Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Let me know if you can hear me. We're hitting off the year, we're up and running and doing our thing. Shout out to everybody. I don't want to sound like Robo Rabbit, so y'all got to tell me in the chat if I sound like Robo Rabbit. Let me greet some of the members. I have Kika, Chico, Don't Look Back. Thank you for being here. Leah, Nebulous. Who else is in the chat? Mel, thank you for being here. Sarah Lynn, thank you. Vic, thank you. Cinna Bunny, welcome to the membership. Thank you for being here. Vic, who else do I saw a lot of people here. Where's everybody at? Bama Beauty, thank you for being here. Shout out to you. Y'all are talking about food in the chat. That's just too much. Thank you for being here, though, everybody. Michelle, thank you for being here. Thank you. Who else? Sarah Lynn, welcome. Shout out to you and thank you for being here. All right, who else? Who else do I have? My phone is buzzing as we're speaking. Mountain Princess, thank you for being here. Beach Bum, thank you for being here. Chaos, JB, welcome. Everybody, Shay Rosa, welcome. Shout out to everybody from Texas that's watching us. Shout out to you guys. Thank you for being here. Cindy says, I'm bouncing back from live. Glad I got this one in real time. Thank you. Perry, welcome. Tinkle Tits McGee. Thank you for being here. Who else? Alina, thank you for being here. Shout out to you. Jojo, thank you. Pay Girl, thank you. Who else is here? Michelle. I think I see it. Hello to everybody for the most part. Felony Melanie, thank you. Cynthia, thank you for being here. Welcome, American Mama Bully. Thank you for being here. Who else? See, y'all are talking about food in the chat. That's too much. You guys are doing the most. Jojo, Stitching Bitching True Crime with Taylor. Thank you for being here, everybody. All right, we gonna get started right away. I do sound robot-y. Sounds bad? Let me know. I'm going in and out. All right, so let me go back in and out real quick, okay? Before I get started. I'm not trying to sound like Robot Rabbit. Let me just do this real quick. I'm back. A little bit? Okay. Y'all are trying to set me up. What is going on? Can you guys hear me? You said it sounds good to you? Well, they said that I sound like Robot Rabbit. I'm not trying to do that. Shout out to everybody. Thank you, Lace and Chains. Okay. I still sound like a robot? You said worse now? Really? Sounds better? Lord have mercy. It's on and off. Okay, Vic. That was fast. It was fast. All right. Let me know. You said robot. Okay. Give me 1 sec then. Let me fix my mic. Okay. Now, I could be sick too and I sound very robotic. Sounded robo at the beginning just now. Well, y'all are messing with me. They messing with me, right? Palabra, you tell them to stop. Okay. Um, you're still glued? Y'all are doing the robot in the All right, we got to talk about some mess. Okay, can we talk about some mess? We got to talk about some mess real quick before I get started, okay? See, high tech's like, you good, thank you. Y'all are messing with me, see? Why are you playing with my heart? So it's like, yeah, don't trust them. Don't make me get my T-Pain Auto-Tune sound out here, okay? So I get comments all the time, you guys. I get comments all the time. I might not respond to them, but I get them all the time. And there was one specific comment that I wanted to highlight right now so I can shut the F shit right away. Because what we're not going to do is play Inspector Gadget over here. Let me show you what this person said to me. This person says, and they're still commenting, and they might watch this video. So this is my direct statement to you. They said, I apologize, not trying to offend no one or accuse, not target no one, but I'm so curious. I need to ask, or else I'm going to be thinking about it all day. And I hope you can reply, or else stay up overthinking the answer. And then they capitalize this. They said, "Are you by any chance related to Annalisa? Have anyone confused you with being her? Because listening to you and watching, never know people think they can get away with the help of associates. Willing to help cover up is my opinion, and I'm directly asking a simple question. I would appreciate your reply." So, well, listen. Typically I would like ignore shit like this, but on the age of the internet, not the grammar police, on the age of the internet, people believe it or not, and it's happened to like my friend Ikmel, it's happened to others, it happened to my friend Cinema Shogun, it happened to a lot of people here where we're covering true crime cases, and then you have, you know, people that write comments like this. I don't know if they're a subscriber, it's fine if they're not, but they write comments like this and they want to implicate you, the creator that's reporting on the news, on some shit. And so I personally don't like, I'm like, do I ignore it? And it's unfortunate, but it's happened here before where people get implicated on shit. I don't know an Annalisa. I don't know any of these people. I am a true crime YouTube creator and I'm just giving commentary. So, eh, not only is it like, no offense, are you by any chance related? I'm not related to this woman, or I don't know this woman. Have you ever been confused by her? No, I'm not in my 20s. I believe that girl is like early 20s. I'm in my late 30s. I am not this. I'm not. I am not. And then she said, listening to you, you never know who's associated. Well, I am not associated with any of these people that I talk about. I wouldn't feel comfortable covering cases if I was in any way associated. Now, I would have left it alone at that and just delete the comment. That would have been fine with me. But then they left me another comment. Hi, and I was like, you got to be motherfucking kidding me. They said, it's the same person. Mona Harris, thinking face. She's the one that introduced us to Annalise. Now they got the eyelash. I see your reaction. You don't like her videos. Then they got the perplexed face. You know, the one that goes with the eyebrow like that? Yeah. I haven't seen you make a video or a live regarding Annalisa. She went live after and said the same thing about Trevor. Not sure if you watch her live. I did. I'm thinking that's how you know. But then you don't know, or else you would be here talking about it, right? I'm here asking you directly. For my understanding, you ask questions, right, to get answers. I said, this lady is tripping. Y'all are tripping. So this is why I said I got to address it. I cannot address it. I cannot. I had to say something. She's basically saying this is very simple. What this person is saying is, because I haven't made a video about Annalisa, it must mean that I'm either Annalisa related or I know her. I don't know. Uh, all the caps, all the caps in the world. This ain't sleuthing. Just because somebody talks, I'm laughing at y'all in the comments. Well, and it does happen, Team Maker. Like, but some people, some subs get really invested, and this is where you guys got to be careful. Um, when you start coming in here and you start accusing people of doing stuff, you have to be careful. I don't know these people whatsoever, so if you leaving stupid comments like that, they're gonna get deleted because I just don't entertain them. Just note that. The Inspector Gadget. That's all. That's it. This is no, no. You call it racial profiling? Everybody, let me tell. I'm just telling you this, but the shit. I typically would have laughed at it, but it does get serious. And for those that have followed true crime cases with me that have been doing this for a while, you already know people get invested. And when people get invested, they start channels, and then they start channels talking about how that creator is related to so and so. I don't know these people. Y'all need to stop with that fuck shit. Stop it. I'm here commentating. That's all. That's it. That's all. Annalisa just wants to be on the spotlight, and that's what I got from this. Upset that she's not being talked about and her videos are not in your channel. I don't even know her. And why would I talk about her? Like, get out of here with that. Like, I wouldn't have, you're absolutely right. I don't know who it is. I don't know who it is, but it's like, and I'm supposed to answer your questions and I'm supposed to like not get offended and I'm supposed to like know what, like, it's just like one thing after another. I'm like, what don't I get offended about at this point, But shout out to you guys. Okay. Sorry, I'm getting messages as we speak. Right. Just don't go there. It's the trolling for me. It's the trolling for me. Right, Chico. Shout out to you guys. All right. So let's get back a little bit to really real stuff while we're here. All right. The last live we had was 31st December. Correct. I think so. And we talked about all kinds of theories that were happening. We were talking about different things that were happening throughout that time. And one of the things I said, it wouldn't surprise me. And I am not the only person who has put this out here. It wouldn't surprise me if the family were somewhat aware of who exactly is the person that might have done this crime. I was watching, we're going to watch a little bit of Ikmel's because a lot was said from the brother's side. And I was watching a little bit of Cinema Shogun, and I put his link in the description box. You guys check out that channel. It was little details that are starting to come together as to, we know potentially that this was definitely a targeted crime, likely a setup, and just the different moving parts that are happening. This wasn't like people have said in the comments, well, this was a robbery, a drug deal gone bad. Potentially, could be, but the extent to what they went and how they did everything, it doesn't really give me a spur of the moment type of crime. It gives me something was planned, something was done, right? And so in today's live, Mel played, I'm going to share this with you guys. Mel played a portion of this TikTok that the brother was on, and he says a lot. Let's go ahead and watch it and give it some commentary. And you guys know, shout out to Ikmel. He's in the description box. You guys can check him out. If you're not subscribed, I'm sure everybody else is, but just check him out, okay?
Now, this is the live from last night where the brother was on. I want to listen to this. I found like an extended version. Let's listen to this here first.
And everything, they were gonna go back.
So then the other thing is, obviously, like you said, and that's what I assumed too, like, that he was probably carrying something for protection, but that wasn't found in the vehicle from what the police.
Yeah, no, his gun was for sure stolen.
Yeah, they only found bullet casings, but I mean, even then, they could.
So his gun was for sure stolen. Yeah.
Probably carrying something for protection.
So I have a question. And those are in the chat. Y'all might know this a little bit more than me. I thought he was a felon. I didn't think he could own any guns. Like, didn't Matthew already have like convictions? Is this like a gun that he just had? Was it a gun that he was supposed to have? Because my understanding, but this is Texas. So y'all Texas, y'all let me know. Because his gun was stolen. But I didn't think he could have a gun. Like, could he actually own a gun? Right?
But that wasn't found in. The other thing is, obviously, like you said, and that's what I assumed too, like, that he was probably carrying something for protection, but that wasn't found in the vehicle from what the police.
Yeah, no, his gun was for sure stolen.
Yeah, they only found bullet casings, but I mean, even then, they could have been placed there, to try and make it seem like it happened in the car. But it's just, I think ultimately right now is hopefully they have enough surveillance to be able to find where these cars came from. Because I truly believe, based on looking at everything, that it happened somewhere else too. That it was picked up by somebody they knew, because somebody doesn't use it.
Yeah, nah. My brother would. If my brother knew he wasn't gonna go back to the apartment, he would have turned off the candle. He would have took the diaper bag, knowing if he was gonna be gone all day, he would have took the diaper bag with him. And yeah.
And if it happened in the car, they would not have had to like blow out the windows. The windows would have been blown out.
Yeah, exactly.
But even further, like if somebody that knew it had to be somebody that knew that they were about to go to the hospital. Once she's in the hospital and he was probably going to be with her for like a full 2 days, after the baby was born. So like they had to know that he was about to get induced.
It was someone that was either close to Savannah or someone that was close to my brother.
So this is brother on a TikTok live giving all this information. This is the kind of stuff that you kind of have to be careful with while you're in a criminal investigation, because you don't want to say too much while they're investigating, right? And I don't know if he's just talking, giving information, but this is the kind of stuff you got to be careful with, right? This is the kind of information you don't want to release. Yeah, and y'all are saying brother really off for speculation. I think he's just wanting to talk, and that's the thing, but he has to be careful. And when he said about the candle, in my mind, you know what came to my mind as far as candles, and this is just an assumption, right? Because these are the kind of candles that I would think. I'm gonna show you guys a picture right here. These are kind of like they're Mexican candles. Okay, they have like the Mexican little, saint or Virgen de Guadalupe. All these, typically there's a a sticker over it, right? And it has a saint. And these are the long, slow burning candles. So I thought, okay, I don't know what kind of candle. It's not like one of them candles that you get like that you can only burn it while you're there. You can actually leave and burn a candle. I'm thinking if they left, it was one of these candles. That's what I'm thinking, because these ones you can leave burning and they'll just go out by themselves. The glass is literally made like the glass will burn, but the candle will go by itself. I have seen these be left on all day. People leave and they just let them burn out. They were talking about the fact that when they went into the apartment, they found the diaper bag and the candles. So I'm thinking it must be one of these candles, but was it a different kind of candle? Like a church candle, right? Because these are the candles that you can just leave them on, and they just burn by themselves. These are the candles that you got, especially if you're like in a Latino household, this is what we see. These kinds of candles. So I don't know. Keep them in a bowl in the water, yeah. So just to give you guys an idea, a tempered glass, but church candles for sure. They're kind of like you see those everywhere. But the point of contention is this candle that was left. Why they left it burning. The only thing I can think about is if it's one of those Mexican candles,
That had information that others didn't,
Yeah.
That's what I think too. We're gonna after
Mhm.
the videos play, we're gonna go over somebody took notes and highlights of this. But that's what I think too. I don't think it was just the drug thing gone bad or a deal gone bad. It could be, but I also think it was very, and a lot of people have said this, personal.
Yes, definitely. You have a 32-hour candle?
Exactly.
Liam, I don't want to cut y'all off. I just want to say, Stephen, because I got to do a radio segment right now. And I got to jump off of here. I just want to say, your family and everybody, Savannah's families in our prayers. And, we're praying that we get justice. We're here for y'all. We love y'all. We just want you to know that we're here. If you need to talk, if you need a vent, we're always on here. I'm jumping off and on because, in between radio segments and stuff. I just want you to know we may be strangers, but at the end of the day, brother, like we love you.
No, I appreciate that. I appreciate everyone. God bless all of y'all. It's all love.
And then Articulate says, if you look at one of the pictures behind her, she had a Bath and Body Works candle, the 3-wick. Articulate, I haven't seen that. Are you able to email me that picture? Hold up. And do you think that picture was taken at the apartment that they were at? Kind of curious. I don't know. Even Texas police fought Governor Abbott not to allow open permit less carry. He loosened the gun laws after Uvalde. Yeah, you don't have to be religious to have those. They sell them everywhere. They sell them at the Dollar Tree. They sell them at Target. You can get those everywhere. But those specific candles, they burn for days and hours. Like you don't have to worry about turning them off. My mother would light a candle, like if they were in prayer, keep it lit until they was resolved or prayers answered. And yes, very true. So that's a good point too. Creepy old lady says, is anyone else weirded out that the family is selling T-shirts and candles in addition to the two GoFundMe's? Who does this after losing a child? I don't know, man. I mean, did they settle the whole 5 GoFundMe's? Because there was like 5. I mean, clearly some of those were not from the family. Other people were opening GoFundMe's under their names, and that is expected, unfortunately, in tragedies. This is why it's very hard to promote GoFundMe's when there are tragedies, because people will do the most. They do the most when there's tragedies. And like Mel was saying the other day, and I would have to agree with him, it's like it's unfortunate, but sometimes you just got to be careful. You never know. You just never know. That's it. That's all. You never know what is the deal, what is going on. Hold up, let me see. Yes, and I know Court TV is going to be airing, I think, The Family. There's going to be a lot going on. Hold up. Let's see. Let's keep watching.
My condolences to your family, Stephen. I do, I am sorry, very sorry what happened to you and your family and Savannah's family. I do hope that you both get justice, and you guys do deserve justice. And whoever did it, whoever they did, did it, I hope they do get the death penalty, because this is just wrong.
I appreciate everyone.
Yeah, and if there's anything else you need from like the community, because I know the community keeps growing here and more, like I said, and I would say 95% of the people here, they're invested because it touched their hearts in a particular way, whether it was because of the baby, your brother, and nobody judges, because let's be honest, we all have our past and we all do stuff. And at the end of the day, nobody deserves what happened to your family. So this
especially
is
a pregnant woman.
Exactly. But even then, it's like nobody has the right to judge anything, because they're not living it,
Yeah.
And all we can do is support, and hopefully, because we are community, and I'm Latino, you guys are Latino, and when there's something like this happens, we do have that connection. And I grew up and I have friends who are in similar circumstances. So our whole goal with this chat is helping spread. We've been spending time analyzing that video, trying to find something that maybe the police hasn't found. And hopefully people in the chat, if you guys are in that location and what the area that he says, if you guys have a Ring camera or your car has a camera or something, check it out. You never know. Sometimes you get stuff and it solves the crime.
Check your Ring cameras.
If anybody has information, please make sure
everybody send Stephen gifts, guys. Don't send them to me. Send
everybody
them to
follow
Stephen.
his account too. Follow the account.
And if y'all want to gift him right now.
Maybe skip money. Yeah, he was definitely selling drugs. Maybe we should have listened to the shorter video.
Yeah, 100%.
You guys heard a bong rip?
Yeah. Thank you, Wim. If you got a gift from Wim, drop a heart, please. They're selling.
Has the police suggested about a reward, or why hasn't there been a reward for information put up yet?
Because like I said, they're not doing enough in this investigation. We wanted to go to the FBI about this, but the lead detective said that he didn't want to get them involved for whatever reason.
They're not doing enough for this is the brother saying that they're not doing enough for the investigation. They wanted to go to the FBI. Is that off? Like, what do y'all think? I thought the FBI was already involved because, yeah, for the manhunt. No, I guess not. Is that off? Thank you, Pika. Something's off about this.
They want to take all the credit for it.
Yeah, because they want to take all the credit into this to this investigation. So if we don't get no news in the next week, because my brother gets buried on the 9th. My brother gets buried on the 9th. So if we don't have any new information by then, me and my family will go to the FBI ourselves.
Yes,
And
y'all should do that.
yes,
So
because I feel like the
know if
FBI
y'all want
will
to
get
do
more into this.
Wait. That's what I thought. Pika, again, thank you for gifting. If you guys got a gift from Pika, drop a heart in the chat. Yeah, really, with as much national attention that you're getting, girl, I don't know. Thank you, Marcy. Shout out to you. Um, Something's off about that. Yeah, you know what, Beach Mom, you're right. I haven't heard mention of the FBI. I'm wondering. Hold up, let me see. You think that they're pretty close to the arrest? I have a feeling. I don't know. I just the FBI? I don't know, y'all.
Case, then SAPD would.
Maybe we
Do
can
you
do a
think maybe we could reach out to and like send them like letters and reach out to
Oh
them?
yeah, of course. Yes.
Okay.
If anything y'all want to do with to help with this
I found that. Yeah.
investigation, get solved faster. Oh yeah, by all means.
Okay.
Yeah, I think if people call the hotline and stuff like that and put pressure on them, and also if by the 9th they don't get no news, it will be a good idea if, as a community, everybody who's doing lives, everybody who's invested in the case, if we join together and put money towards a reward, maybe we can get more information. Because ultimately there's a lot of people invested in this, and I think sometimes you got to put your money where your mouth is.
We don't need security.
I think mainly because
a reward.
I think
So I want to stop for a second. So Tracy here says, I hope you see this. If the neighbors heard her scream, wonder why they didn't call cops the night before they went missing. So I saw some people having a conversation about that on Facebook, and maybe the people in the chat, locals, Texas people, whatever, you could kind of maybe answer to that as well. But I have seen somebody say that like in those communities and stuff like that sometimes where it's not that great. Like for example, that ring doorbell cam where like we saw there was gunshots and these kids like come running out towards the shot. They open the door like, what the hell? Like why are they running towards the shot? Who does that? And so in some of those places, or just not even just those places, but sometimes people, they hear a type like some scream or whatever, and people just don't take any action. People just don't call the cops.
Yeah,
Maybe
they
that's
don't get
common
involved.
in those apartment complexes, screaming or whatever. I have a TikTok account and I have a few videos on there, but I don't really post on there. I've never really been into.
No, y'all, this is off to me. So that was the brother. What he said. This was at 20-minute mark. Another interesting clip from the brother.
Let me see if this is the same thing we just listened.
Oh my God, Wim just gifted another 10 members. You guys, if you guys got a membership from Wim, please drop a heart in the chat. And Train Monkey, thank you so much for the $4.99. That's what I thought. Ashley, doesn't law enforcement have to request the FBI assistance? So is it law enforcement that's saying we don't need the FBI? Maybe they don't need the FBI because they already know who done it. Okay.
Listen to, or is this another portion?
When they're in the keyboard,
but literally it said typing. I think it was the bubbles or typing.
So this is another part. This is what they're talking about. The bubbles.
So the phone, Savannah's phones, the bubbles were typing. Listen to this.
So supposedly after they're missing, it's like as if somebody was almost going to respond back.
Back to you.
When they're reading it, yeah. When they're in the keyboard,
but literally it said typing. I think it was the bubbles or typing. I forgot, but it was on my girlfriend's phone. But she told me, she said, "Babe, someone's typing," and then they stopped typing. And like they didn't block the number or nothing. But then the calls were going through, like it was ringing.
Yeah.
But somebody was typing back on the phone, and then they just stopped. Huh?
When was this? Like what day was this? Saturday?
I don't remember the day exactly. My girlfriend knows, but she's asleep, and I don't want to piss her off right now. But I don't know. It was in the morning. I think it was in the morning, sometime around 11. This was about. I think this was a day before they were found.
So Monday.
I believe.
Yeah. Because then
well, someone has their phone.
Yeah, that's what
somebody has his phone and her phone.
My God.
So her phone was not in her house? there was some reports. Some people were saying that her belongings were left in the apartment.
And that's what somebody just said in the chat. They had supposedly, I thought the baby bag and the Savannah's phone was in the apartment.
I don't know, because if that's true, then nobody would be typing back on her phone. You know.
So, okay. So, and Wim, thank you again for gifting. Shout out to Wim. He just gifted another 10. Thank you, Wim. Thank you, Wim. You are the best. Thank you for supporting this channel. So what he's saying is that during the time, yes, Deb, during the time that they were missing, they were texting them. And somebody, you know how when you, especially on an iPhone, when you're texting back and forth with somebody, there's the bubbles appear. So if you're having like an A and B conversation, another person might be typing or might not be typing. Typically you just wait for a response. Who was using the phone? And this is why, shout out to Cinema Shogun, because he was saying, whoever had the phone, they're going to be able to figure that out. They're going to be able to pick that up right away. This isn't something that's going to be like, oh, forget it. Yes, thank you, Hawkeye. That thought bubble. So was that Savannah or Matthew with the bubble? Were they alive during this time? This is why they're asking the brother, when did this happen? Because keep in mind, we still don't know times and dates of those videos that police release. If I personally feel like if we were to have a time and date, it might be a little bit easier, but they're withholding that information for good reason. For good reason. And not only that, nowadays, I don't know how Savannah or Matthew had their iPhones, if they both had iPhones, but I'm assuming it's both an iPhone. Nowadays, there's a code on your phone, or you do a face ID recognition. So somebody had to have had their phones with their code in already, typing it, or it was them. And nothing came about it, right? I think so too, Tess. I think that they're withholding a lot of information. Absolutely. And J-Dub, thank you for becoming a member. And Jennifer, thank you for gifting $9.99. Thank you. But he is saying a lot, and it worries me a little bit as far as that goes. I don't know. Nowadays, okay, in the iPhone, I don't think that they use the thumbs up bubble. I don't think that they use the fingerprint, right? Like, is it just through your face now? I don't think it's the fingerprint anymore. I don't know, at least for me, it's just the face ID. Like, I put my face there and it unlocks. I could be wrong.
No.
Yeah.
So I have no idea, but somebody 100% sure somebody was typing on her phone because my girlfriend saw it and she freaked out. She was like, babe, someone's typing.
Face recognition.
And that gave me the speculation that they were alive. That gave me I was like, okay, they're alive. Okay, that's good.
Okay.
That's good.
But so do you think they were taken from their apartment, or if it was set up somewhere out? They saw somebody out there in the street or something, because some people were saying kidnapped. Like they were taking.
My brother always like, I don't want to, like I said, I don't want to say the wrong things, but my brother.
I just don't think he should be saying anything at this point. It really does worry me that he's compromising. I don't know, like. I think that they all need to be very careful at this point what they say and how they speak to the media. This is just my opinion. And protecting the integrity of the case. But not only that, I know that it must be very frustrating for Matthew's brother and for his family to just not say anything and trust that the police is going to handle this. I mean, at the same time, they're over here telling everybody that they want the FBI involved and they don't want to give the case over to the FBI. And then you got a lot of the people here saying, well, it's because they don't want to take credit. Let's forget that for 1 minute. Does the police department in San Antonio have enough resources to handle this case? We don't know how far in advance they are in their case. Clearly, they're not saying anything. It would not surprise me if they have somebody in mind. And it wouldn't surprise me either if the family thinks they know who could have done it. If there's more to this, because I don't know, yo. And Kathy, thank you so much for the $9.99.
It's gone, so there's nothing illegally that anyone can do. My brother
Yeah.
always carried a gun. My brother was never
Yeah.
lacking. My brother was never the one that would just not have his gun. He always had his gun. He carried his gun everywhere he went. And
While he was on probation, keep that in mind. Okay.
I just feel like he was set up. I feel like he was followed from his apartment because they left all their belongings there. You know, they left at 11 in the morning, but my brother, he was always up at like 12:30, 11:30 in the morning. I don't know. I just feel like they went out to go have breakfast real quick. You know, he took a couple thousands with him, and he went out with his girlfriend before that they had to go to the hospital that day at 6:30 p.m. And I just felt like they were followed, and then they got trapped. They got trapped, and that's when I don't know. That's when they got kidnapped.
Yeah.
That's what I believe.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too.
Because
So I wonder if the brother had a gun on him at the time and then they took the gun, or he was just comfortable. They were, I don't know. It did seem from the post, I don't know, like he carried his gun all the time.
So he always had a strap. Is that what I'm hearing? Like he's always with a gun? Is that what I'm hearing? He's always with a gun? Matthew did on that day? Okay, let me ask you guys a question. I'm going to put it in the chat and y'all let me know what you think, okay? It's just a poll. Do you believe that Matthew was set up? Yes or no? I have 800 people watching. Make sure you guys are hitting the like button. Please go vote. Do you believe that Matthew was that this was a setup? This is a very key detail that he's giving, right? That's a prerequisite for a drug deal to carry a gun, right? That doesn't make sense because if they were heading to the hospital, why would he have the gun with him? You can't walk into a hospital with it. Well, don't they have like detectors? That's a good point. Don't they have detectors at the hospital? So he's always going to walk with his gun even at the hospital? They forget about Sherlock Holmes' mindset. You think he would have left it in the car? Leave it in the car? Not all hospitals, says Ava. But they didn't have her bag. They didn't have her diaper bag. They left the diaper bag in the apartment with the lit candle. No metal detectors? Well, the hospitals that I've gone to have metal detectors. So that's interesting. They don't have any metal detectors. That's interesting. They were last seen on December 22nd. That's very true. Very last seen December 22nd. They were supposed to be at the hospital on the 23rd. So I think that they might have been set up before. Somebody that he was giving his information to. Kathy, thank you for becoming a member. Let me see what the poll says, okay? Okay. Wow. All right. So we have 200 votes. And my question was, do you believe that Matthew was set up? 90% said yes. 89%. Sorry, the point. Y'all are still voting. Y'all are still voting. Keep voting, okay? 217 total votes, or 222, 27. Now they're going up. 89% say that y'all believe that this was a setup. 11% said no. So 11% of you out of the 200 plus that have voted believe that this was not a setup. That this was just a random act? Your New Jersey hospitals don't have detectors. That's interesting. Okay, we're gonna put we will pull Court TV right now, excuse me. Let me pull it while we finish this clip, okay? Court TV apparently has aired the interview with the mother, and we are gonna hold up. The interview was 9 hours ago, though, right? It wasn't recent. I could be wrong. Yeah, it was about 9 hours. We'll watch it here in a minute. But let's finish this. And I'm kind of wondering what y'all think. Make sure you guys go vote.
Brother, they were saying the neighbors said that they left in a Cadillac willingly, and I was like, that's weird because my brother wouldn't get in somebody else's car because one, he had his own car, and two, my brother's smarter than that. My brother, like I said, my brother carried himself. Yes, he made bad choices and stuff. He was living the fast life, but my brother carried himself very smart. Like not too smart, but he always carried a gun on him. For him to, get caught lacking and set up, like that wouldn't be my brother. Like,
Do you think that they did this on, like, planned it, like, before she would have the
feel like they
baby?
were planning it a couple weeks before they did it, or it could have been months. I don't know, but yeah.
And was a candle lit in the house? Because everybody's talking
The
about,
candle
like,
was on.
Okay. So they were expecting to come back, obviously.
They were. The diaper bag was there for the baby and everything. They were gonna go back.
That's interesting.
So then the other thing is, obviously, like you said, and that's what I assumed too, like, that he was probably carrying something for protection, but that wasn't found in the vehicle from what the police.
Yeah, no, his gun was for sure stolen.
Yeah, they only found bullet casings, but even then, they could have been placed there, to try and make it seem like it happened in the car. But it's just, I think ultimately right now is hopefully they have enough surveillance to be able to find where these cars came from. Because I truly believe, based on looking at everything, that it happened somewhere else too. That it was picked up by somebody they knew, because somebody doesn't use their apartment.
Yeah, no. My brother would. If my brother knew he wasn't gonna go back to the apartment, he would have turned off the candle. He would have took the diaper bag, knowing if he was gonna be gone all day, he would have took the diaper bag with him. And yeah.
And if it happened in the car, they would not have had to, like, blow out the windows. The windows would have been blown out.
Yeah, exactly.
But even further, like,
and they already stated supposedly that the windows were broken up by paramedics, according to the brother.
If somebody that knew it had to be somebody that knew that they were about to go to the hospital. Once she's in the hospital, and he was probably going to be with her for like a full 2 days, after the baby was born. So like they had to know that she was about to get induced.
It was someone that was either close to Savannah or someone that was close to my brother that had information that others didn't,
Yeah, exactly.
Liam, I don't want to cut y'all off. I just want to say, Steve.
So that I thought that was kind of interesting from the brother. Also, just kind of, this is a really short video, but the councilman's plea to help find killers pregnant Savannah Soto and boyfriend Matthew. And for the new people that join, I don't know if you heard tonight.
Hold up.
Court TV is going to have Savannah's family on Court TV live. So I'll be coming back later. It's at 7 p.m. Central.
It's
so
probably already aired.
Eastern. I'll come back on later so we can watch it together. I don't know how long or short it's going to be.
I think it's already aired. Am I correct? Because I'm looking for it and I don't see it. Yes, thank you, Wim, again for gifting. Shout out to Wim. If you guys got a gift from Wim, please drop a heart in the chat. Wim has been gifting Wim has been gifting. Okay, thank you, Wim. They do really have a good point that they seem to know, and I'm really well in his whereabouts. Yeah, I'm trying to find out. I don't know if did Mel capture it? Hold up. But is this it? I didn't see, it's not on right now. Hold up. Let me see. Is this it? Let me refresh this. It's not going through.
As we were leaving, we noticed that the baby's window didn't have a screen door.
Wow.
So my son tried to open it and it was unlocked.
Well, what is up? It's Mel.
Is this it? It's on the Court TV website. All right, Salas, let me go straight to the Court TV website because I don't see it on their thing. Hopefully they don't strike it for us using it. Oh yes, I see it. Read more. Okay. Court TV.
Favorite streaming device.
Under fair use.
Top stories, local weather, and more. Actually, you know what? Just let me show you.
Hold up, y'all. Let me get my little banner up here.
Check it out. Just download the free Denver 7 Plus app and start watching. We're streaming more live local news and weather than any other Denver TV station.
Hippie, thank you for becoming a
So you're
member.
always in the know. So what are you waiting
Mel
for?
just had it.
Search Denver 7 on your
This
favorite
is it right
streaming
here.
device and start watching now.
How do you do that?
All right, hurry up with these commercials.
This morning, we're shining a spotlight on the death of a pregnant teenager whose murder is unsolved. Savannah Soto is her name, and her boyfriend's name is Matthew Guerra. They were both found shot to death in a parked car last week. Now, police have released this surveillance video here, saying that they're searching for 2 persons of interest right now in their murders. And you can see in the video, if you look closely, the couple's Kia Optima. It first slowly approaches that pickup truck. Briefly, there's interaction with the driver.
It's from this morning?
Somebody gets out of the Kia, but it's unclear where they go. The Kia then leaves the scene, and police are investigating this case as a capital murder. And at a press conference on December 28th, the chief of police walked the public through what we know so far. Take a look.
Savannah Soto and
This is
22-year-old
not new.
Matthew Guerra.
Hold up. Is this the new? Because this was uploaded, yeah, the 3rd. I'm looking for the interview with the mom. Oh, here it is. This is it right here, y'all. If y'all want to reduce dark circles or spots, y'all got to click that link. I'm not doing it. This is it right here. That's what I was looking for. Okay, I think we found it. Yes. Watch now how you can reduce the dark circles and spots. We all have them.
18-year-old Savannah Soto was so excited.
Yes,
she was
that's
9
it.
months pregnant, getting ready to have her first child. Her family knew how much she was looking forward to becoming a mother. And Savannah knew exactly when she was going to give birth because she was actually past her due date and had scheduled an appointment to induce labor. The entire family was excited for her.
Wow.
But when Savannah did not show up for her appointment, they knew something was wrong. They tried desperately to contact her. They also tried to reach her boyfriend, Matthew Guerra, the father of the child. But just like Savannah, he was also missing. And now 2 families were in panic mode, looking for 2 young, expecting parents. The search was intense. The community in San Antonio and on social media quickly became invested and involved. Then tragedy. The bodies of Savannah, her unborn child, and Matthew were discovered inside Matthew's car, all victims of homicide. Tonight, we take a look at the latest in the investigation, the relationship between Matthew and Savannah, and what clues may exist as we investigate the murders of Savannah, Matthew, and their unborn child.
Yeah, this is really sad, y'all.
I'm Vinny Politan. Thank you for joining us tonight. This is a tough hour we're going to have, but we're going to talk about it. It's a case that is still unsolved. There is tragedy here. There is justice that needs to be gotten. So let's get to it. Let me begin here, though. I want to, for many folks, your wedding day is something you look forward to, right? People get really excited about a wedding. And when you're in a certain part of your life and friends are getting married and everyone gets excited, it's a huge event, a huge milestone in life. And on that day, for those who have gotten married, you have that day and you're like, wow, this is unreal. This, my life will never be the same. And yeah, that's true. And it's an amazing day and it's an important day. Unfortunately, as we know, not every marriage lasts. Here on Court TV, we see marriages that turn to disaster.
Are we getting to it?
But it's a big deal. But then, if you become a parent,
hold up,
and it's not comparing, who you're going to spend your life with to bringing life into the world. You see the world changes.
I need to
your
get
priorities. Each child seeing the little face, the little toe. Situations here on Court TV where we see things again, even with parents. We've covered a couple of those trials recently. Savannah wanted nothing more than to be a mom.
I like him.
And
he just does too much.
She was 1 day away. 1 day away from what would clearly be the greatest day in her life. And she and her child, her son, it was a boy. He was a boy. I want to say it. He was a boy. It says it's a boy, but he's a boy. Murdered before birth. And think about how cruel that is.
All right, come on, Vinny.
How cruel, because you're in a place where you are ready for this. They were going to induce labor because she was.
A clear alert was issued for Savannah by DPS because it met the criteria for a clear alert to be in report.
Okay.
Location for several days.
Oh, man.
The medical examiner had identified 22-year-old Matthew as one of the deceased victims in the vehicle, and he died from a gunshot wound to the head. The manner of that death is still pending. The second deceased victim has not yet been officially identified by the medical examiner. However, I think we can be confident that that second victim was Savannah.
And that's been confirmed, obviously. So on the one hand, you're talking about someone who's about to become a mom. It's our deepest condolences to your entire family. I mean, you've been through so much tragedy. I can't imagine, and we appreciate you coming on tonight to give us a clear picture of Savannah and what was going on in her life, how excited she was, etc.
Oh, man.
So can we start there? Like, how would you describe how she felt about this about to become a mom?
She was very anxious. She was just waiting for the day, counting the days to be a mom. She was always asking me questions like, how much milk is the baby gonna drink? And I told her, it'll all come to you. It's gonna be all in your mommy intuition.
Oh.
She was gonna be a beautiful mom. All she was worried about is her baby. She would go to the doctor and they would tell her something like maybe she was an anemic, and she just started freaking out. Mom, what is an anemic? And what is it gonna hurt my baby? And everything that she would do, it was always about her baby. She was so excited, so excited.
So
that day came. I called her in the morning.
Go ahead, continue, Gloria. We have a slight delay. That's just what's happening.
I was
So
going to
go
say
ahead.
the day that. Okay. The day that she was supposed to be induced, it was at 6:30 p.m. So I woke up in the morning to call her just to see if she was up, and it was going straight to voicemail. Took a shower, started doing other things. I called again about 11:30, 12, the same thing, voicemail. Again, at 1 o'clock, I called her, and it was going to voicemail. So at that time, me and my younger son went over to the house or to the apartment. Maybe they're sleeping late, but I wanted to go see that she was okay. So I went to the apartment, knocked on the door, nothing, no windows, nothing.
Wow.
And as we were leaving, we noticed that the baby's window didn't have a screen door. So my son tried to open it and it was unlocked. So I told him to go in there to see, if she was there, she was okay. So he went in there and opened the door for me. We walked in and everything was normal. Like she had just cleaned and they may have gone to have something to eat or something. So we locked the window and we locked the door and we left. Again, I went home, called her again, straight to voicemail. I just waited till 6 o'clock and took off to the hospital. Maybe for whatever reason they took off, and they were waiting for me.
That is such a good point. Tati NYC, that means was done the night before on the 22nd. Did you pick up on that too?
But she wasn't there either. And I waited a little bit more and I thought maybe she didn't want me to go in there for whatever reason. I don't know. And I called the cops to, let them know that she's missing. Her phone's been dead all day and that's not like her.
Yep.
You're talking about the mother's intuition that you explained to your daughter that she was going to have, and knowing what to do. And that's exactly what's happening with you as your daughter is missing. Can you explain for us a little bit about her relationship with Matthew, and, you know, what was going on in her life with the, you know, as she's getting ready to bring her son into the world?
They had a kind of like a little rough relationship in the beginning. She said it was getting better. They were both looking for the baby. I mean, we had a baby shower for her. They were there, you know, and opening the gifts, you know, all excited, playing games. You know, it was like any normal couple. I mean, about his, you know, private, I don't really know anything about him, but I mean, my daughter was happy with him.
And
So that's a good question. So when did Matthew's dad, kicked in the door? At some point, was that before or after they saw what they saw and then they locked the window? It's a good question. I'm kind of curious about that too.
At the end of the day, that's what you want. You want your children to be happy. That's all you want. And that's what I'm sure Savannah would have wanted for her son. So when the car is located, when the car is located, Matthew's car is located, do you respond right to the scene there? And did you go there and get there before police?
No, we were actually going on other leads. I found out that there was a woman hostage by a man and a baby. So I thought it was my daughter. So we took off that way to see if that was them, and it wasn't. And then they said they were in the 78218 area. So we kind of went that way. And as we were going that way already, we get a call. And
that's interesting.
They let me know that they found her dead in the car, in the apartment. And we took off over there.
Oh, man.
That area where she was found, those apartments, was there any connection to her life? Anyone living there or that area?
No, sir, not that I know of. I have never been to those apartments. If she has, I don't know, but I've never been to those apartments. We don't know anybody that lives in those apartments.
I wanted to ask you about something else a lot of people have been talking about, which is the murder and your Savannah's brother, Ethan. And that's
There, listen, somebody in the chat, hold up. I gotta highlight a comment real quick. You said, if it was a kidnap, the FBI are automatically involved. That's what I thought too, if there was a kidnapping, but maybe they didn't see this as a kidnapping initially. I would assume that at this point, we could all say they were kidnapped and held against their will at some point, and then maybe killed in the car or elsewhere in the car. See, that's interesting. Like maybe the police didn't realize that they were kidnapped. I don't know. Automatically get involved over a kidnapping.
That's your son. Is that your son also?
Yes, sir. Yes.
So I just want people to understand, you've lost your 18-year-old daughter, your grandson who was about to be born, and your 15-year-old son. No one deserves what you and your family have been through. And
sad.
Again, our thoughts are with you. But at the hearing for the person accused of murdering your 15-year-old son, there was a brawl in the courtroom. Were you there that day?
Look, they're fighting with the police.
Do you know what was going on?
Yes, I was there. When he walks in, mostly all the time that we have a court, he does some kind of gesture all the time to them, to us. And that day, he winked. You know, you have to understand my kids, that's their brother. I mean, he was literally shot to death.
Yeah.
He got shot 7 times. And they're enraged. They have a lot of anger built up. And with this guy doing that, one of my sons, he just went off. He just went off, and you know, the other brothers went right along with him. It wasn't. I mean, it shouldn't have happened. But
I
people have
understand
to
it.
understand these.
I do. I've seen it before. And sometimes I don't understand how families can control themselves. It's difficult. It's so raw. Do you believe or suspect that there could be any connection between these 2 tragedies that you've endured?
I don't know. I mean, I don't know.
So what it seems like, let me stop right here, okay? This is what I'm gathering. Matthew had his stuff, right? Matthew, gang life, selling stuff on Telegram, doing his thing, right? And Savannah also had the death of her 15-year-old brother. So for all we know, the hit could have come out of Savannah's family or Matthew's family, or both. Is that what it sounds like? Because at this point, it doesn't sound like we have a clear, concise answer as to what exactly happened. The hit could have been from either side.
I have no idea. But one of the things that triggered my son is because that day he was going to plead. And we were told that he was going to plead not guilty. And that really ticked my boys off. Like, he did it. I mean, I don't know what else he can plead not guilty to. He did it. He literally shot him to death. And he did not have to. You know, my son never has a gun. My son, if you wanted to fight, he would fight with you with his fist, not with no.
Uh-oh. That was on Vinny's side.
Appears. I wanted to see one moment, see if you saw the signal froze up on us. Is it gone? I just want to confirm that we're not able to get Gloria back.
Oh, man.
She is back. Gloria, before we run out of time, everyone is looking at this picture that you have to your left. If you could give us the story behind that and let everyone at home see it.
This was when she was pregnant. We took a picture. Well, they put her little wings.
Oh.
She was just dying to be a mommy. She wanted to bring her baby home. I don't know who did this, but whoever did this, I really hope that they catch him so that we can bring my daughter justice. This is a horrible, horrible, what might happen to my daughter.
Oh my goodness.
There was no reason why anybody would do that to her. She was so kind. She was loving, wanting to help anybody. I'm clueless on what went on. I am very clueless. I don't even know where to begin, why it happened.
Well, Gloria, once again, I know everyone watching tonight is saying a prayer for you and your family. I'm so sorry for everything that you have been through. It puts a lot of perspective on everything, I think, for all of us tonight who have our loved ones around us. So thank you, Gloria. And we're going to stay on this story to ensure that there is some sense of justice at the end of the day.
There needs to be some justice. And y'all drop some hearts for Miss Gloria. Did the interview with Vinny Politan with Court TV. I mean, I don't know. We don't have the answers to all of this. Tony Roos says, I read somewhere that Matthew snitched and that was about to get 10-year sentence for probation violation. He snitched to avoid jail time. It could very well be the case. That could very well be the case. No patience for stupid says, Matthew's dad had to have gone to the apartment after Savannah's mom. She would have noticed the broken lock from being kicked in. So how or why is there a lit or you mean a light? I don't know, man. Like the unanswered questions is just crazy to me. Like it's just so many unanswered questions. This is why when I'm hearing Vinny interview Gloria, Miss Gloria, look, what happened to Ethan and then them retaliating at court could have been enough to have retaliated against Savannah. But then you also have Matthew, who's in this lifestyle, in that, whether it was the snitching or whatever, could have been enough to retaliate against Matthew. So either or, it's not like a win-win. Like, what do you get here, right? It's all very suspect. All of it. And thank you again for gifting memberships. Y'all, Wim has been gifting and gifting. Pika, thank you. If you guys got memberships, please drop a heart in the chat for anybody that gifted. You said Matthew's father is in a telegram. See? And I keep hearing stuff, but like, we don't know. You know what I'm saying? I think this was someone Matthew knew and trusted. For him to have his guard down, I think it's because of his lifestyle. I don't know. Our questions is what will make them not answer or shut up and just say it. No, I hear you on that one. You think of the police probably already know who did it? I know, SW, I know. It's like, but like, it's a lot of questions to be left. And I honestly, let me tell you this right now, and I'm not the only creator who thinks this way, who's been covering the story. I feel like this is going to get solved. I honestly feel like this is going to get solved. I would put my money on it that this is going to get solved because the people that did this, I mean, come on now. There's a lot of moving parts to this, and people do tell on each other. And if you guys have any information and you know what's going on, please turn yourself in. I don't think that this person is in Mexico personally. I was watching a little bit of Cinema Shoguns, and I do believe that this person is somewhere near in that area still. Honestly, people have said they fled Mexico. I'm not believing that. I just wouldn't put my money on that quite yet. And even if they did flee to Mexico, there's an extradition process for that as well. But they need justice, regardless of what decisions they have made. Okay? Regardless of what decisions have been made, this was not okay. They need justice. Yeah. I don't think that this is going to be a very cold case. I just don't see it because people are talking about it. People are talking about it. Absolutely, Robin. That baby deserves justice. He didn't even get to breathe outside of anything. He was supposed to be born. They're going to say something. I'm telling you, this case is going to get broken. Okay? People are going to bring some awareness to it. It just has to. I'm just saying. You think they already know? We're all waiting for the press conference. We're waiting. People are not going to stop talking about this. We're waiting. And I just hope that if Matthew's brother specifically, he needs to say less. That's right, Chocolate Babe. That's right. The lady in Colorado who killed her kids was found all the way in the UK. I wouldn't be surprised if the perpetrator was. I just don't know if, like, I honestly, I've seen it happen before when they're just really right there. They're not even outside of the country. So you just never know. I don't know. I don't even. Here's the deal: is they're not saying a whole lot. Charlene, this is a good question. Why no reward offered? Because maybe they already know. There was a lot that wasn't said at the press conference. Typically, they offer a reward. You're right. I don't know. They could be living in somebody's basement. I think they know. This is why I think I'm pretty confident that it's going to get solved fairly quickly. But anyways, guys, I'm going to let y'all go. I want to thank everybody for coming tonight. Thank you so much. Let me shout out some people. Of course, we're going to shout out Wim, who's been gifting. Thank you, Wim. Pika, thank you so much. Train Monkey, thank you. J Dub became a member. Thank you. Jennifer, thank you. Kathy, thank you. Kathy, thank you for becoming a member. Hippie, thank you. Who else? No Patience, thank you for your comment and for your $10 as well. Y'all, guys, keep spreading the word, keep talking about it. Be careful. Be careful who you are accusing as well of doing shit. Like, don't be, let me show y'all something. I think I closed it out. Don't be accusing people of having something to do with some crime that they don't even know anything about. Okay? Please don't do that. I don't know these people. I'm not involved with Annalise. Don't be doing that Inspector Gadget bullshit. Okay, we come over here, we come with receipts, we come with facts, and we're reporting. We're not accusing people of crimes. All right, you guys. You guys have a great night, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye, guys.